Hello everyone. This is Lolo Manayaro, and today I'm really excited and really nervous because first of all, this is the first time that I've ever introduced myself as Lolo Manayaro, even though it's all over Facebook and it's all over Instagram. And the reason that's nerve-wracking is because in the last year, I've gone through a major rebirthing. And this has happened about every 3 years. And for us that have a moon cycle, it happens if we're, really deeply connected to it. We can have a rebirthing process every month. So, in the Buddhist tradition, I want to talk about what rebirthing is, what this life-death cycle is. As a Western culture, we're really disconnected from the life-death cycle. And what this does is it puts us in a space of perpetual adolescence. And so this is why we've lost our sense of eldership and community, and we've lost our connection to the inherent wisdom that comes with age. And so it's really, really important for each person, male or female or not either of those, somewhere in between. We all find a form of rebirthing, a practice actually, a preparation and an honoring of that space so that we can claim eldership and claim our inherent right to eldership and also just become better people, because by cutting ourselves off from the cycle, we don't allow ourselves to be full people. We stay children. And so I know for a lot of people, their idea of what a child is and what an adult is kind of kind of twisted. But I know that for a lot of us, we don't want to stay children, but we want to keep what it is that childhood brings us, that life, that energy, that fullness. So I'm going to be talking about that a lot. But right now I just want to talk about the importance of eldership and the life-death cycle, and we can go into like all of those other things later. So, I would say that okay, so what we're going to talk about in Buddhist, in the Buddhist practice, there's this thing called ego death, and that is where we lose all sense of ourselves socially in the world, economically. Shave your head, don't dress, don't adorn yourself, and just be. And this is how we connect to source and spirit. But for those of us who are not monks on a mountain, and do have economic responsibilities and do have attachments in this world, which attachments are not bad. I know that someone told you that, but they're not. And I'm going to talk about that later too. Getting onto my other train of thought. So what this is actually, what I would say, instead of ego death, I'm interested in ego rebirth. Because in order for me to consciously evolve as a human, I need to be able to go through a process of acknowledging all the things inside of me that need to pass through, that need to die, really, in order to reach a space where I am whole and full and complete, and where I can bring the most love and value to my world, but also I can be of the most value. And I know that we tie value to economics, but I'm talking about a overall value, emotionally, physically, just the way that we give to our world and the way the world gives to us. So this process is really, really important to doing that. And so there is a process of death that a lot of people have gone through, and some people never really, really get all the way through. Now, I'm someone who I like to facilitate this space for people, but I don't like to rush it, because I think everyone has their time. For me, this rebirth took a year. It was a year of being in the shadow in this depression, and then coming